Greetings, role players, and welcome to the final session of what was meant to be a one-shot, but we got there in the end. Now, I have started putting up sessions from the Star Wars campaign as well, but I'm interrupting that this week to get this out, and hopefully you will enjoy this conclusion, because there's a nice little twist at the end, so definitely stick around to see that. I am also, as with the previous parts, splitting this into two separate uploads, because in terms of editing and rendering it makes things considerably easier as these are longer sessions. So without further ado, let's get on with the adventure.
You guys started off heading into the village of Thornyfoot, where you came to the local inn and quickly gathered that there are 4 children that have gone missing, and the townsfolk suspected the local kobold clan to have kidnapped them for an unknown purpose to them. And the nice guys you are, you haggled a little bit for the price and then headed out to go save the day. You first came through a little forest leading up to the mansion of an old adventurer, which you rather quickly depopulated of kobolds with the help of a lot of really big snakes.
Oh god, the snakes. I'd forgotten the snakes.
So after you spent the night, you ventured out through the canyon that started right after the mansion, and there you got hassled by flying kobolds, some traps, as well as a waterfall trap that you nicely avoided by summoning a boat, and then cruising down the river in style, and coming out into a rather big valley that led towards the old dwarven keep that you've been told about, and that you quickly remembered the lay of the land by the beer doodle you remembered.
That's Ubruk's special talent, is remembering beer doodles.
Definitely is, amongst other miraculous feats. And yeah, you didn't go straight through the center of the valley, but instead skirted around the edge of it, reaching a cave behind a waterfall, where you found a small dragon and a kobold priest, which you quickly took care of. No harm done. Along the way you gathered some nice magical trinkets, as well as a lot of loot that will prove useful or not useful, depending. Also done last session, we reached the Dwarven Castle. Oh no, that was the session before that. Never mind. We reached the Dwarven Castle, and it took a long time planning your approach, because you saw a lot of kobolds manning the battlements. You even interrogated the local fauna about possible ways into the castle, and came up with turning most of you into giant apes, turning those giant apes invisible, and then just charging for it, which worked incredibly well, with a dragon being one-shotted in one turn, and the rest of the kobolds just being moped up by those giant apes. After a little bit of looking around inside of the Dwarven Keep, you found your way down into the dungeons, where there were a lot of traps being laid out for you. Amongst them an illusionary floor, which housed a gelatinous cube underneath, then a bridge that collapsed when you were halfway over it, and all the while being hassled by all kinds of kobolds and some kobold sorcerers as well. And especially annoying for you was this one kobold sorcerer that kept just running away, sending spells at you, and then running again. And you followed them across the bridge, killed everybody in the immediate area, and now that the fight has settled down a little bit, you're ready to venture forth as you see fit.
Do I still look like... oh god, who was I looking like? Was it Geralt? Turin? I can't remember. With a hat of disguise.
I think you disguised yourself as Turin.
That was it.
Yeah, you did. I'm gonna have to be right back for about 10 minutes while tea is ready.
Eat quickly.
Terribly sorry.
Don't worry.
Normally do.
So now
by the way,
the
I
important question
still
is,
have...
does Turin still look like Ubruk?
I don't think so anymore. Because my disguise self lasts an hour.
Ah,
Like-
okay, that's gone.
By the way, I still have control of Kardak. And Lucian. Lucian? Is your mic muted, Ultra?
Yes, my mic is muted.
Just saw your mouth move on the webcam.
He's had a spell of silence cast on him.
Was the bridge is broken, right?
Yes,
Yes.
it broke in half as Ubruk put his weight on it.
And then I did a whole thing of grabbing onto one of the flying creatures to have a more gentle landing.
Worked splendidly.
How far can I jump?
Well, if there's something to throw across, I'm pretty sure there'll be rope in my explorer's pack I could just throw across to Geralt.
Yes, easily enough.
Although
Because I
there's that-
tied to the bridge, like what's remaining of it and stuff.
Yeah, there's two really solid wooden posts that look like they not have been rigged. So
Nice.
And I poke my head around the corner and see if there's still enemies.
Does anyone need healing? I have some low-level healing left.
I'm about half health. I do have 2 greater healing potions. Yes.
Well, I can use the beautiful healing spirit trick.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is that where you have the little square and we all just stand in it for a while and...
Well, no, you make a line, I cast
Congo
on a
line.
square, and we'll just make a Congo line, keep going through that single square.
Okay.
Healing to full health, probably.
well, if you want to, for now there is no immediate threat.
Do we have to do a performance check for the conga line?
If you
Well-
decide to do it that way, yeah, probably.
First, I want to see if there's something with the bridge, because last time I was here, we were still in combat.
No, everything.
And it would probably work if we get across the bridge before I cast that spell.
Well, let's say Ubruk's thrown the rope across and Geralt's, you can ignore
You
it,
tie the rope.
tie the
and
rope, whatever he wants.
Wait a sec.
Easy enough, climb over. What is it?
I'm gonna come through from that. There's no way.
I don't believe we looted
Dead
the
end.
corpses, by
Ah,
the way.
damn it.
So
Then
Brooks
I'll
going to
move to-
start he's going to start looting
Zero.
corpses.
The question is, did you loot them last time?
I don't think
We
so.
ended right after combat.
Right after
Wait.
combat? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we can always double check on YouTube.
Well,
Are we looking for rope? Because I still have rope.
No, we found some, I think.
Let's just
Oh.
assume, for this case, that you haven't looted them. And you do find on the Kobold Air Cavalry. Sorry, a couple of gems. You're not completely certain of their value, but you do think it would be around 20 gold pieces each. And there are 5 of them. And yes,
Yeah, go on.
and on 2 of the Kobold Commandos, there are potions of greater healing.
Okay,
That will be useful.
Ubruk takes one and he's going to hand one to somebody else. Who wants it?
I have a lot of healing potions already.
Shall I just take both then? Ubruk tends to get hit a lot.
I just take them.
Okay.
I have a few and one greater as well. Tarun's gonna go actually back to the first chamber and check on the gelatinous cube if there's anything left there.
Like what he devoured, or presumably devoured beforehand.
Yes,
There's-
Tarun's heard of stories that they can actually have a lot of stuff inside them.
Like handy haversacks, for instance.
This one does have a lot of stuff inside of him, mostly rusted and corroded iron parts.
Useless, useless. I'm throwing them out.
You do think you saw something glimmering down in the pile? Like all the way down? You wanna dive into it?
So there's still some of the ooze left.
Just a puddle. Like it's more not
Doesn't
really
look
diving
dangerous.
into it, but
It doesn't look dangerous. That's
No,
kind
not
of
at
okay. I'm gonna. How deep was the hole?
that's 30 feet.
All right. Geralt,
Mm-hmm.
need your help.
Well, I come. It's just a step.
A rope would be useful, just in case.
Get some robot and like single-handedly hold it over the pit, so you can climb down.
I climb down using the rope.
Alright.
What? I just had an amazing idea, which I want to ask first. Is it in theory possible to make another drawbridge out of snakes? Very fine, continue.
Depends how well trained are your snakes.
They're giant snakes.
That doesn't. Are giant snakes easier to tame or harder to tame than normal snakes?
How the fuck would I know?
How well are they trained? They are giant.
I mean, why would you even be adventuring if you had trained giant snakes? You could just, set yourself off as a novelty act and probably rake in the coin.
Don't give him ideas. He might start to tame giant snakes now. So yeah, you climb down the rope easily enough, and going through the metal
I walk away.
pile of metal, you do find what you saw glittering down below, and it is silver coin. Actually quite a big one. Diameter the size of your palm, and on one side it has a raven, and as you turn it around, you first think it's a raven as well, but at second look it's actually a crow.
Yes.
You're not sure what to make of it. Yes. That's what you found.
Sorry, what was this piece actually?
Well, it's made out of silver and
Okay.
like diameter palm of your hand.
Oh yeah. Still not noticing Geralt has walked away. Yeah. Girl, there's something you want to check with your magic things. Geralt?
Yeah. Like from across the room. Down at the pit, it probably sounds the same, I guess.
Is the rope still there?
Yeah, I left it there.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start climbing it.
And as you tug on the rope, it comes folding back down on you.
Asshole!
I'm back, by the way.
I'm gonna throw the rope back up. You're not gonna leave me down here, are you?
I guess I'll step on the rope to keep it in place.
Alright. You climb up easily enough.
Just shove the silver piece into him and just like just check that when you have time or when you feel like it.
Okay. I sit down and do it.
What you gonna do with it?
Cast Identify as a ritual.
So after 10 minutes of chanting, you find out that it's just an old coin. There's no magic firmly imbued into it.
Okay, so listen up to it. It looks like an old coin, but also, it's an old coin. Good luck. Good job.
Be worth something, hey?
You definitely think it would be worth something. It's only for the silver value alone.
You suddenly notice it's foil and it's actually a giant chocolate coin.
Ooh.
While all this has been going on, Ubruk, I'm going to say he's completely forgotten that he's tried this before, and he takes out the little the cask and tries telling it healing potion, and nothing happens.
Nothing happens again.
And then he tries healing beer, and then finally he just says
roll a d20.
roll a d20. Oh, okay.
Well, at first nothing happens, and then after a second or two, beer starts pouring out.
Okay. He just kind of shrugs and starts drinking the beer. Does it just taste like normal beer?
Like it has a healing effect.
Okay, that's fine. He doesn't really care. Beer will do.
Thinking on top, are we? If I'm back at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ubruk
So,
just
are
makes
you
a rude
guys-
gesture. A one-handed gesture.
There's
Hey,
so many
guys.
to choose from.
Gonna climb across.
I'm just glance at Geralt. You're gonna hold the rope this time?
Oh, it's tied down. You
Yeah,
Yeah, if this is
I'm
back
holding
in
it, don't
this
you
room,
see?
then it's all tied off.
Okay, I didn't realize.
climb over easily enough. Put the kobolds neatly aside so we have some more space. Since there's no combat going on for now, do you guys have a certain marching order?
Since we're now all on the same set, I want to cast Healing Spirit on 2nd level.
Right.
And say that you know the drill.
I got some funny music going while we like walk through it again and again.
I mean,
Like Benny Hill theme.
do you want Ubruk to join in with bagpipes? Because he can do that. Benny Hill theme
Hey.
on bagpipes.
Maybe let's keep it down, just in case. Ain't both of them.
I don't think there's a good way to play quietly on the bagpipes. Okay, let's not say that he plays the bagpipes then.
Do you want me to roll for this, Waspy?
No. You have enough time. It's just mark down the spell slot. And...
Yeah.
So we all just fully heal then?
Yes.
That is broken.
Which is exactly why you wanted me to take it in the first place.
It's super useful for
Oh,
this.
was it my
though.
idea?
Otherwise, we have to take
Well,
a rest.
yes, it was your idea.
Oh.
Well, it was your suggestion, and it was my idea to take it.
Alright.
I see.
Oh yeah, because I had the option to take it as well. Yeah, now I remember.
Yeah, that, and it's not in the spell viewer I'm using to pick my spells.
Yeah, because it's Xanathar. Anyway, after we done that, what's the? Are those the map torchlights on the map actually there?
Yes, they are.
Uh,
Like if you're looking at the room ahead, it's a roughly 20-foot square room, which has 4 pillars in its middle.
Alright. Well, I mean, if you want to have a little bit of information and not run into traps, I could try to sneak ahead a little bit.
Sounds good.
Well, no, nobody's saying anything against it, so I'm gonna try to sneak up ahead a little bit.
Right. Do you want to be especially stealthy?
Yes.
Then please make a roll.
Oh, come on! Ooh!
Hey.
Ubruk sees him doing this and goes, thinks to himself, I could sneak up too, and sneaks up behind Turin.
Make a stealth roll as well, please.
See if Turin notices. Yes.
You do notice Ubruk starting to stealth up behind you, but he's actually not making a too bad job out of it.
Just stay a little bit behind. Just a little bit, okay?
And Ubruk stage whispers, okay!
And you see your own face nodding back at you.
I'm not gonna check the room in front of that carefully, just to see that the parts that I'm going through has no traps.
Okay, roll for perception.
Perception.
Yes, please. Or investigation, up to you.
Well, I go. Oh, for fuck's sake!
Looking through the room, it's a 20-foot room, and there are 4 pillars in it.
I just turn to everybody else and just make this like what do you call it? Like when you hold your index finger and thumb, like that. Like everything's okay. Everything's perfect. Fine, and
As you do step into the room, I would like you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, hang on. I had something for this. Oh, actually, I have. Presence of secret doors. Damn it, not traps.
I have advantage.
You have advantage on saving throws to avoid or resist traps. Is it a trap?
Yes, it is. Right. So, Ubruk, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as well.
Okay, alright. Let's see, this is advantage on dexterity saving throws against effects you can see, such as traps and spells.
Yes, you do have advantage as well.
Okay. Oh, hang on, there was something else as well, but I don't know if it actually... no, that's
while
fear
that happens,
effects.
Durin, you set 1 foot into the room, and on the pillar in front of you, suddenly there's this white, bluish flash of energy as some lightning crackles towards your face, but you react fast enough and bend out of the way. Ubruk behind you is not so lucky and gets the electric charge right into his face.
Yeah, Turin ducking down and it just goes just right into Ubruk behind him.
Yes, taking 20 lightning damage.
Oof, okay.
Oh.
Ouch.
That was the pillar on the left side, that is.
I turn around, look at Ubruk, and then look past him, and say quietly enough that doesn't echo, but they can hear. Careful with the pillars.
I say
point to
Ubruk's
Ubruk.
been shocked back, looking like Ubruk at this point, and his hair's smoking slightly.
At which point did this happen? When I got next to the pillar?
When you were roughly 5 feet away.
Okay. So then I'll try to look around this corner.
And looking around this corner, you see a door blocking the way.
Ubruk's feeling a little cautious at this point. Can I perception, see if there's any more traps in this particular, or if it was just that one?
Yeah, sure. Now that you know that there is something wrong with the pillars, you take a closer look. And on the pillar to the right, you do see a glyph.
This one?
Yes. You see a glyph that's pulsing in red light. It's really tiny. You could actually, if you didn't knew it was there, you probably would have missed it. On the one on the top right, it's a really similar one, but this one is glowing greenish. And then to the left, to the top, there's another one, and this one is just plain white.
Okay. Ubruk gestures that the rest of them are all booby-trapped, and then, seeing the completely mystified looks on everyone else's faces, just says so.
Yeah, Garrett and Lucy, are you moving up?
Yep.
Okay, cool. At this point, just feel free to move yourself.
Okay.
Wasp, I think we've established that no matter the game, I'm a shitty rogue.
Yes. Can confirm. But
So
in
what kind of-
D&D, it's actually not your fault, because you're actually trying.
Yeah, I'm trying and failing, but one of these days it will work out. The door in front. It's not is there anything interesting about it? Anything we should know?
It's just a plain wooden door.
Is there a keyhole?
There is.
I would like to checking for traps on the hallway and the door. Look through the keyhole.
Alright. Investigation, please.
Oh, fuck me now. Oh, no, advantage for 13. Damn it!
Okay. Looking around, you do not find any more traps, and the door also seems just to be a plain door.
In case there's a secret door, I would have had advantage on that though.
There's no secret door to find. There's just a plain, obvious door, unfortunately.
And keyhole, yes.
And keyhole, yeah. And as you look through, you do see a room that's opening up a little bit. It seems to be roughly 50, 60 feet high. You can't really see the ceiling. And it's held by 8 pillars. And between some of them, 40 feet into it, the room roughly, you do see the kobold sorcerer that has been hassling you all the time, just standing there looking at the door expectantly.
Any other enemies visible?
Edging around a little bit, looking a bit more, you think you do see a wing as well.
Okay. For reference, this was like really high room compared to everything else then.
Yes. Like, for now, it's an old dwarven build. Dungeon, or castle, so the ceilings didn't really be that high, maybe 20 feet.
Okay.
And this one is opening up, yeah.
So where's the door?
Can I see that if there's if it was built to be this high or has been changed?
Oh, it was built to be this high.
Okay.
Is it at the end of the corridor then, this door?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back just so there's no much movement behind the door, and start explaining what I saw, and then continue. So, I mean, who was gonna go through that door first is gonna get blasted away, and there's sure to be more of them hiding somewhere in the corners or behind the pillars.
Ubruk grins and says, "I'm game."
Well, I'm not stopping him.
I mean, Ubruk, if you'll kick down the door, I can be ready to shoot the sorcerer.
Kind of shrugs and says, "Sounds like a plan."
I can try to summon in some support. If you want, Ubruk.
Ubruk's not even, like, he's building himself up into a rage at this point. He's getting ready to charge the door. So...
is the door in... Sorry, is the door double doors in the middle or left, right?
It's opening towards you, and it's double doors.
Okay.
So, yeah, at this point, Ubruk's just gonna, like, get a run up, charge at the door, and trigger a rage. If that's...
Oh, well, okay.
No, this is it. This is the plan. We're doing this.
Yeah, I was thinking I was able to move into position, and I would get back in case the pillars are clear. But I'm gonna stay here then. If you're running,
I guess
already.
you can all position yourselves accordingly. But yeah, Ubruk's gonna take a run up.
The doors are opening towards you. You still want to run?
Ubruk doesn't know that. There's no pull sign, so.
All right.
So I'm just asking, do I have time?
I wouldn't stand next to that pillar, Geralt.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do I have time to look at the pillars, or if there are cliffs on the other
Yes, there
pillars
are.
as well? Well, there was one of them, but was
No,
there
three of them.
everything?
As Ubruk would have told you, the
Yes.
one where Geralt is not really standing next to,
All these ones.
is white, plain white, and the one in the top right is like a poisonous green, and the one on the bottom is glowing red.
Okay. Then I would move here and be ready to shoot the sorcerer when the door is open.
I mean, if someone wants to, like, you know, fireball the doors open or something, but you know, that would work too. But barring that,
I mean, I can
Ubruk's-
go and open
Ubruk's
the
just
door
gonna
for you.
charge.
Oh, Ubruk is just gonna charge.
Yep.
Okay, got a firebolt ready.
Gorsak will crouch down and cast Armor of Agathis on himself, so
and
Torian can fire over him.
Ubruk, as you charge, you build up yourself in such a rage that you just run across and splinter the door out of its frame,
Okay.
flying with the door into the room. And
With a tremendous roar.
with a tremendous roar, I would like you to make a wisdom save.
Okay, wisdom. And I'm again just double checking. Does danger sense come into this? No, that's Dex.
I think it's only Dex 7, there's not wisdom.
Okay, just straight up wisdom then.
Nice. So you feel yourself as you step down on the floor. There's a slight click, and you feel like some magic is trying to hold you and press around you from all sides. But you do shake it off, and since you do shake it off, you get the opportunity to make a dexterity saving throw against the second click that follows the first one.
Okay. So this is definitely with advantage. 11.
11. And with the second click, you do feel as you get accelerated upwards and towards the other end of the hallway with tremendous force as you are fired like from a catapult against
Can I
the
try and
opposite
aim
wall.
at the sorcerer?
Yes, you can.
To land on the sorcerer?
That would be athletics or acrobatics.
Athletics, definitely.
Oh.
And you turn this quite uncontrolled flight into a classy salto and land straight on the shoulders of the kobold sorcerer.
Roaring all the while, like spittle flying
all the
everywhere.
way and pressing him to the ground. And you currently have him pinned down there. And now I would like
from now
to
on.
roll initiative for everybody.
Would I have had time to take my reaction at that point to shoot?
To shoot the sorcerer.
Yeah. just-
Yes,
up to
you
you.
would, but with a terrible roll, there is a Ubruk flying.
Well, Ubruk would be kind of flying overhead. I guess he would have a moment to take a clear shot.
You have the moment, yes.
Let's go for it.
But if he rolls badly, it might hit me.
Yeah, fuck it, sharpshooter. 15?
15. 15. Wait a second. Does it actually hit? I think it does it. No, it doesn't.
Oh.
As the arrow flies between Ubruk and the sorcerer, hitting the wall at the end of the hallway.
Damn it.
Have I done any damage to this guy by landing on him, or is it just I've pinned him?
Actually, you're quite heavy, so the impact did do some damage. But you do have him prone and pinned below you.
Okay.
By the way, it's still there's a wall still for us here.
Oh, yeah. Apologies. Give me a second. I knew I forgot something. There you go.
And second, wait, question: is this darkness?
No, not really.
Okay.
Like it's dim light where the soul shines in.
Alright, just checking.
How do I get to order this again? Ah, here we go. So yeah, Turin, after that first arrow, you are there to react yet again.
So I'm presuming the kobold sorcerer is prone.
Yes.
With the bugbear standing on top of him. Given that that was a natural 20, can I say I kind of landed on him feet first and I'm actually upright?
Yes, I assumed you did.
Yes, okay.
Like you flow so gracefully through the air. I mean,
I kind of, made some swimming motions, did a couple of poses while I was in flight. I just imagine the hunting drakes holding up little scorecards as I landed gracefully.
oh yeah, the floor where Ubruk has been catapulted from lowered itself into what you assume would be the normal position again.
So we saw what part of it raised, how large an area was that?
Yes, you did. It was second. Yes, I can. This area.
Right. Then I would like to take my first shot on the kobold over here. Ignoring cover, of course. Oh, hang on, I have advantage for this. Because they haven't acted yet.
Absolutely true. Yep, 19 hits. And as your arrow pierces him, it gives a surprised shriek, because he was still focusing on
Just imagine they all
flying,
just,
and so rather impressively landing
just
on top
gulping,
of that of his.
slack-jawed.
Yeah. Trying to shoot at it, throw as it on the floor. It's still alive?
It's still alive, yes. Barely, but it's alive.
Oh well, shoot again.
And that second arrow pierces him straight through the chest, and he slumps to the ground. Not a threat anymore. He was already hurt. He was the one fleeing from the skirmish before him.
Just to make sure with the so that it's not done like them fucking up. I can see the kobold hunting drake in the north.
Yes, you can. Like, the pillar is obstructing the view a little, but you don't really care.
I don't care. Then I'll take my third shot from the what was it called, Dread Ambassador.
Yeah.
I'll just put that because I can't remember how much damage it did as well. Ooh, increased by 10 feet. One d8, okay, extra. I still haven't made a fucking macro for this.
So 28 in total?
Yes.
That arrow goes straight into his hind leg. Now.
Sense. Can I jump over the pit to get
how much?
Here.
How much movement do you have left?
10 feet. So I get plus 10 feet from the Dread Ambassador.
Yeah, you can jump diagonal across. Whatever.
Okay. And somewhere, so the pillar is a little bit obstructing. And my turn.
Alright, Geralt. You
Alright.
saw an amazing display of artistic skill, and Turin doing his usual routine.
Well, I'm gonna. What? One button. What's going on here?
Can I point to the north?
You do spy 2 kobold hunting drakes lurking in the dim light area.
You can actually only see one of them from there.
Well, you just see one.
Well, half one, yeah. Can I still try to send a firebolt after him?
Yes, you can.
There we go.
I really should rename that spell because it often just sounds like fireball. And I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, that's
It's intentional! Does it hit? Sorry.
Yes.
Nice. Come on.
-6 as the flames strike over his scales, but compared to the arrow, it didn't hurt that much.
But we can see it better now because of the fire. Right?
In the flash of the fire, you think you saw a second one next to it.
Great. Wait, Cesar, hold on the ground. I'm going to jump.
Well,
Actually,
for now,
no, I'm staying here.
for now it just looks like the floor again, like seamlessly fitting into it.
Yeah, not trusting that one. End of my turn.
All right, Ubruk, you got him good.
Teabag him.
Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, that's exactly what he's gonna do. Well, I imagine. I mean, Ubruk probably doesn't wear any underwear, so he's probably got quite good you up Ubruk's loincloth at the moment, so I would say that means disadvantage for everything.
Roll for intimidation.
Okay.
Good.
I think the smell would be enough.
He seems strangely intrigued.
Oh
Is
wow.
that a slight giggle you heard from him? But as soon as he realizes in what position he is, it immediately vanishes and is replaced by cowering.
Ubruk scowls and is just going to swing with his battle axes.
All right, go for it.
Let's see, battle axe rage.
18 just about hits.
Okay. Ooh. That will, and then third one, I'll guess misses.
Yes, the first 2 hit.
So.
Isn't it advantage since he's prone?
Yes, it is. But the last one still didn't.
Yeah, just in case it's great.
True. Math. Fuck me. Okay, 23. He's still standing after that.
Well, lying, but yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Some
He's
nasty
putting
looking
up
slashes
resistance.
across his chest.
But he looks definitely worse for wear. Definitely hurt.
Is it worth keeping him? Anyone trying to like fire into this is going to be at a disadvantage, right?
Yes, mostly.
I'll keep him pinned for now. I won't move off him just yet because there's still those drakes. Okay, that's my turn.
Right. Well seen.
Then let me finally try to see what's going on, because I actually have no clue.
Now at the corner, you see Ubruk standing above the kobold sorcerer.
Okay. Also moving forward then. Ooh, I can see something there. Yeah, fuck this. I'm going to
Oh.
cast Summon Minor Elemental. To summon an Azir in front of those 2 hunting drakes.
Alright.
We have to roll initiative for that. And
Quickly rearrange this, and okay.
that's the end of my turn.
Alright, and the Azir is already ready to go.
Well, it will use its Warhammer. With Smash.
Typical tactic. That just about hits, and does 6 damage as the fiery Warhammer hits the drake's scales,
Okay.
raking across.
And yep, that's the end of its turn.
Right. My cavalry is dead. So, Gothak, you're up.
I'm gonna move around the trap carefully, being careful not to step on it.
You just about don't manage to not step on it, and it gives a second click, but nothing happens, and you just move across it without trouble.
Okay. And believe that's. I think it's there as the end of my movement, so I will stay there and not do much else. End of my turn.
You could ready an action in case something comes running up to you.
Yeah, I guess I'll ready an attack, a two-handed attack with my greatsword, in case anything does come within range.
Oh, it's the Hunting Drake's turn, and seeing that something was summoned right in their faces, they're gonna jump at it. How much AC does the Azir have?
17.
17, okay. So we got 25 piercing damage coming its way.
Okay. Anything that hits it takes 1d10 fire damage though, in retaliation.
Alright, then roll 2d10. Right. As they bite down into him, you would expect some blood to come out, but instead it's flames, and those are slightly burning the tongues of the dragons. What drakes, rather. Yeah, that marks the end of their turn. And now to our pinned down sorcerer. What's he gonna do? Yeah, you see him doing some few quick motions with his hand, and suddenly a bluish tinged magic field seems to surround him, and he gives another twist of his hand, and a silvery mist starts to rise up, and he barely scrambles away, but you push down your foot on him, and he doesn't get away.
Okay. So still pinned.
So he tried his best to wiggle out, but it didn't work. That's the end of his turn. Durin, you're up.
Ooh. I'm going to shoot. Hang on, this one was the more hurt one, right? No, this.
No, yes.
Yeah. I'm going to shoot the more hurt one.
Right, go for it. That's it. Does damage.
Another one.
Drake looks really, really hurt now, and with the second one, you do finish it off.
Oh, really? 12 hits?
No, it doesn't. Sorry, never mind. I read the 17 and I was like, yeah, wait. Alright, then the second one, unfortunately, doesn't hit.
I'm going to, yeah. Over here.
Alright, you got a lot better view of the sorcerer now.
Mm-hmm. My turn.
Helped.
Okay, like balance along the edge of the thing and get up to his face, because I can actually stab people. Maybe. Using my booming blade. Cantrip.
Ooh,
That is.
fancy.
And the short sword, like the magic one. Once I feel he's still prone, right?
Yes.
He's still prone, yeah, you have advantage.
Maybe I can. Yes. Can hit.
You just about hit.
And I think it does an extra 1d8 thunder damage.
Yes, it does.
There you go.
As you hit, the impact starts thundering through his bones. It
That's all
doesn't know what hit him. It's still staring up at Ubruk.
And my turn.
Which turn it is now?
Okay, question. If I do two-handed attacks against this guy, would I only get 2 instead of 3? Did I not get an offhand?
Yes.
I'm going to give that a go. I'm going to say I do. He either drops one of his battle axes or slaps it on his back or something.
You can easily store it away. And
magnets. And two-handed grip and just... I'm going to try, two-handed.
Yes.
23 and and a 15. I guess that misses.
15 misses, yes.
Another 14 slashing.
14 slashing, as you clearly... Just enough. I know exactly what you mean now. Just enough to finish him off as you cleave off his head straight off.
Actually, I want to, like, basically split his face in half.
That also works. I misjudged the angle you're coming from, and with a sickening crack, you split his skull open.
Yeah.
Well, that was epic.
Ubruk just spits on the corpse, hocks a loogie, and then he's going to move up behind this hunting drake, and that's my turn.
Ossian?
Well, since I saw everyone trying to, stay clear or something from that piece of ground, I'm also trying to do the same thing.
Step on it, it'll be fun!
And I'll continue to here, and then use this thing to
This thing.
where was it? Yes, that thing. Yeah, I can't pronounce that. I'm
The
not going
Shillelagh.
Yes,
That
to
one.
attack that hunting drake.
That unfortunately misses.
Okay, then that's the end of my turn.
Right, your summon is up.
Well, the one beneath him, he'll attack it.
Alright. $15, as he also swings his warhammer.
Advantage from flanking?
Advantage, yeah, you're right. As he swings his warhammer and plants us straight into the flank of the drake, doing 10 damage.
And that's also the end of its turn.
Gothic, you saw everybody closing in on the drakes and heard the crack of the skull of the sorcerer.
Yeah, he's gonna charge into the side of this drake and do a two-handed attack with his greatsword.
Alright, 14 doesn't hit. As you take a run up and instead of slashing, you're trying to just straight thrust at the drake, and you just about miss him as he twitches last second.
I have 2 attacks, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Swing again.
And that does connect. Giving a good gash into its flank. Still looks rather healthy though.
Okay, I'm gonna just stand here, and that'll be the end of my turn.
Right. So, both hunting drakes or Gothic being the bigger threat than the Acer, since he is quite big and he has quite a big sword to match, and they're trying to take some bites at him instead. Oh my. 18, 12, 8 and 10.
The 18 hits.
Okay, so one of them managed to get past your defenses and sinks its teeth in for 11 piercing damage. While the rest of them are just rather feeble attempts. Turn you up.
Going to shoot the more hurt one again. My north one.
Alright.
Normal longbow
That's a
attack.
heck of a line of sight you've got there.
I know, but I ignore cover.
I just imagine the arrow kind of wiggling through the air around obstacles.
Good thing I only took a normal one.
It hit the damage. It's barely hanging on now. If you could land another one like that, it's probably gonna fall. And you do, and it's sinking to the ground, defeated.
Alright, and for the hell of it, I'll move a little bit. End of my turn.
Right, Garrett, one more standing.
Okay. I mean, the sword apparently works, so why not use it again for it? Oh, where did it go?
Apparently works, as long as you can find it.
Yeah, booming blade again.
That would be
yeah,
with
that does
advantage.
it. For piercing damage, as you...
And 7 thunder.
Okay. At first you just barely managed to get the short sword, right? Okay. Barely managed to nick one of its scales, but the following up thunder damage makes it actually quite a dangerous nick in the scales.
Like Geralt is pretty much just standing there, like using his sword like a butcher, just hacking at it, not having any technique or precision, just going at it. End of his turn.
Right. Ubruk.
Yeah, just back to one-handed, so 3 hits. This won't be with advantage, right? No, it won't be.
Nope, those ones won't.
25 does. Oh, and that definitely doesn't.
Second one does it.
8 damage.
In the process of getting your second battle axe out again, you kind of got stuck a little bit, but managed to set him one blow. Snarling back at you. But it doesn't look too good anymore.
I boop the snoot with a battle axe. And that's my turn.
All rude. Lothian.
Anything as last turn?
That one hits. As you boop the snoot another time.
That's the end of my turn.
You summon. To another 11. It's quite consistent in its damage output. And now you do see the Drake reading.
I should have just done reckless attack last time. Never mind. I forgot that was a thing I could do.
Gothic, you're up.
Okay. First of all, I think I'll just do a normal attack on the one below me.
Yep, 18 just hits. Actually, 16 would have been enough. And with 10 slashing damage, you nicely finish it off as well.
Nice.
If I put in the right number. And yeah, you defeated yet another ambush by the nasty kobolds.
With 2 20s in very close succession.
Yes, they were.
Ubruk's gonna loot the kobold sorcerer corpse first.
Right away, before you do anything else. Okay, let's see what he was carrying.
And then I want to do a thing with it after that.
I'm gonna go up to this corner and just check that there's nobody coming around.
Gorthak will just step straight out into the hallway.
I'll get
Down the hallway, except another door.
the cure wounds on Ubruk.
So yeah, looking at the kobold sorcerer, You do find an interesting ring he's wearing. It seems to have a shield engraved into it.
Okay. Does it look anything like the ring I'm already wearing? A ring of protection?
It looks really, really similar. The shield is a little bit different style, but you would guess that it serves the same purpose.
Okay. I guess he pulls that off and yells out, anyone want this thing?
What is it?
A protection ring, I think.
It will be useful for anybody, I guess.
Well, I'm not planning on sending in the front and getting slaughtered, so...
I mean, I'm going to guess I can't just put this on as well, because I've already also got the cloak of protection.
But you have ring of protection and cloak of protection.
Yes.
Do it.
I mean, how many of these things is one allowed to wear, just out of interest?
Helmet of protection, breastplate of protection, shoes of protection, gloves of protection.
Ubruk
Nose ring of protection, earring of protection.
experimentally tries putting this ring on another finger, seeing as how nobody else wants it.
Circlet of protection.
Do you put it on the same hand or on a different hand?
Well, let's say a different hand.
And you do feel a bit more protected.
Okay. So is this the same effects?
Yeah, put +1.
Okay.
What's your AC?
My AC is now 17.
Oh.
I was expecting 25 at least.
Yeah.
And I've also got another +1 to saving throws, I guess.
Yes, you do.
Which is, I don't even know where I put that in.
I just put it down somewhere so you remember, because I probably won't.
If you go to the gear and the settings, right in the middle, global saving throw modifier.
Oh yes, so that should be +3 now.
Yep.
So, still looting the sorcerer, you do find a pouch containing 20 gold pieces.
Okay.
And on the other side of his belt, you do find 2 potions. One of them, a potion of superior healing,
Okay.
and the second one has a cork on top of it, but seems empty otherwise.
I could do an Ubruk thing here, but everyone would shout at me. I'm going to say he uncorks it and sniffs it.
And as you uncork it, it feels like there's a little bit of liquid sloshing around. You don't see anything, and you also don't smell anything.
Ha! Very strange. He corks it again and puts it away. What a strange... There's obviously something magical about it, but I'll figure it out later. I'll be fine.
What did you find?
Just some potions, bit of coin.
I wanted to make a point about if we would have known that it's not smelling, or like maybe it's a portion of unsmelliness. Maybe you can take it.
Ubruk's gonna chug down the superior healing right now, I think.
Alright, superior healing is 8d4 plus 8.
Oh, actually no. Let's say I take a greater. Is greater worse than superior?
Did you already take the 5 HP from Keaton? Or sorry.
Oh, did he give me
Geralt?
5?
Yeah. Before you start using potions.
Okay. Yeah. Which is higher up, the greater or superior?
Superior one is superior.
And then I'll take a greater healing potion.
Greater is 4d4 plus 4.
Before that, do we want to take a rest, maybe?
Oh, you're feeling sleepy already?
I'm fine. I'm just asking for others.
11 hit points.
I mean, a rest would always be useful for me, but I don't really need one.
Oh well, no need for it really anymore because our barbarian healed himself.
So the thing I wanted to do with the corpse then is basically drag it over to where I know this flingy trap is and just dump it on there and see what happens.
As you dump it on there, nothing happens. No clicks whatsoever.
Ubruk looks a little bit mystified and...
Turin gets interested and tries to look for a reset button or something.
strokes his chin and then jumps on it.
Okay,
Like just standing leap.
Turin, roll for investigation. And Ubruk, as you jump on it, it does click once,
Okay.
but nothing happens.
He looks a bit
This time.
disappointed and shrugs.
So Turin,
Stay
as you
there,
look
bro.
around,
Stay there.
as you look around, you do find that at the southern pillar, there seems to be a button made of stone. It blends really in nicely, but if you feel over it, you do feel that it's uneven and stands out a little.
I turn to Ubruk. Ubruk,
Yeah?
put your hands out like this. I put my hands to my side.
Okay.
Then flap them.
Are you trying to make me look silly? But he does it anyway.
I click the button.
Ubruk, with another click, I would like you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Can I have advantage on this because I know it's coming?
Yes, you do.
Such good advantage. Okay.
16, as you are once more catapulted into the air, flying towards the southern wall, well, in this case, the western wall.
At this point, like, go like, oh shit, we had the feather, that ring of feather falling.
You rest that actually.
I don't know.
I do.
Okay.
Because, you know, flying forms. And the fact that Ubruk has a tendency to attack my flying form.
He doesn't like birds. So athletics.
Athletics. Let's see if you can resemble. Well, this time you just get it half right, and instead of going into the wall head first, you just go into the wall
Shoulder first.
shoulder body first. You do take 15 bludgeoning damage
Okay.
and 5 falling damage.
Oh no.
So minus 20, so it just completely undoes
As you're
them.
sliding down the wall, a little bit dazed by the impact.
Oh no.
Not feeling that one.
So he picks himself up, brushes himself off and says, huh, you could make a pretty good fairground ride out of that. Nah. I just
Do I want to
completely...
know what happened to the body that was on the catapult as well?
Oh yeah, that would have gone flying as well.
This is
Splat on the wall next to me.
I mean,
I
his
totally
head
forgot about
already
it.
was cracked open, so...
So you saw 3 things flying. First one of them being Ubruk. The second one being the kobold sorcerer's body, and the third one, like a little bit independently, his brain leaving the head and making a third splattering impact somewhere on the ceiling, and it has yet to come down.
That'll scare somebody. It drops. I'm gonna reset it once more, just in case.
Press the button. It
Ubruk runs up.
Yes,
Again! No.
No, no.
like it's armed and ready again.
Could I use some hit dice at this point? Or is that only an arrest? That is only an arrest, isn't
That's only an arrest.
it? Okay.
I
But you should
if
ask
we-
around. I think some people can still supply low-level healing potions.
Yeah, I'm just going to swig another of my greater healing potions. Why not?
Good use of healing potions.
Yep, totally.
I mean, if we manage to find those children
Well,
in time, we can bring them here
it's-
and let them play.
Yeah, exactly. I like to think that swinging this many potions is entirely consistent with my intelligence level. It's fine. There'll always be more potions later on, right? Somehow.
Meanwhile, all this is happening. Gorthak will walk up to the door and try and look through the keyhole.
And as you look through the keyhole, you do see a really similar room to the others. It has 6 pillars supporting it. It's not as high as the one you came from was, but still around 40 feet. And you don't see anything else, but you do hear some muffled chanting coming out of that direction.
Ubruk makes a slow to do the same thing again. Take a run up and just charge through.
Right.
I was in my Azer closer to Gorthak.
Is anyone going to stop him?
No, Gorthak's just going to open the door as Ubruk runs through.
I mean, Pointy, I think a better question is how would we stop him?
That's true.
Also, prepare an arrow for any kobold or drake that I see.
Would you even want to at this point? So this is... I'm going to, again... You know, build up my last rage and just go charging it, I guess.
Yeah, 1 second. I'm trying not to fuck up everything by removing this.
Is this your last rage?
Yes.
Oh. So we will have to need to take the rest of this.
So, you burst through the door into the room, and it seems empty.
Okay.
What you do see, though, are 2 sets of stairs at the right side and the left side of a huge stone portal that's well, basically double doors up to the ceiling, and there might have been some carvings, but they're so weathered by time and kobolds that you can hardly see what they meant to represent. And at the top of the stairs there are rather new purplish curtains sealing off that area, but you do see some reddish glowing light seeping through, and now that you are in the room, you do hear chanting a bit more clear.
Out of combat, does rage just dissipate, or does it last for a minute?
You can keep the rage up, like it's not gonna
Okay, alright, so
consume one.
Okay.
Really? Does he have something for that?
No, I would say just prepping himself to run through that door is not gonna consume the rage.
Okay. It's very generous of you.
So yeah, the room is empty, and it seems like the chanting is coming out of the room in front of you. 2 ways to enter, either up the stairs, left or right of the portal, or straight through the portal.
So the portal's this kind of middle bit.
Yes.
Oh well, everybody's running up. Great.
Yeah, Gorthak will take a few steps up the stairs. The opposite side of Ubruk.
Yeah, as you go up the stairs, the chanting becomes
By
clearer.
the way,
and...
this is a little bit weird because there's no wall here, so we can see through.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind then. Well, ta-da! Yeah, fuck. Let me actually see what you do see.
It's some tokens of some strangely smiling person who's, obviously it's the
Totally enemy wizard.
it's the meeting of the local PTA.
Seem to be enjoying themselves.
Yeah, they're all very happy to be there.
Alright.
The person isn't the one I'm worried about.
Either way, do you want to move up through the stairs or through the portal? That's basically the important question. Everything else will resolve afterwards.
Stairs, I guess?
Yeah.
Everybody's going up the stairs already, so I'm gonna follow.
Gorthak will
Right.
try and do it as stealthily as he can, as not to be noticed just yet.
I guess Ubruk's going to try and... Actually, no, you know what? He charged through the door. His blood's up at this point, so he's just going to go charging through.
Alright.
Everyone's gonna be trying to be stealthy as well.
Ubruk definitely isn't.
Yeah, so split yourselves up the stairs how you want to. Now we're gonna take a look at what you see.
Gonna go.
I'll give Turin a clap on the shoulder. Makes him not fuck it up, okay?
Oh, that's
and
a
give him
thing.
inspiration.
Try not to.
Ah,
That's a... Skelly dragon? What the heck is that?
Oh, fuck.
Oh!
I can tell
that's-
it's not good.
Gorthak steps aside and turns around to Turin and whispers, "It's all yours."
So, as you
Kind of
enter
other
up,
choose for today.
enter this rather dimly lit room, you see it's a massive two-tiered temple, and on the upper tier where you get up by the stairs, you do see a few kobolds just staring at whatever ritual is gonna happen in the middle of it, and focusing your gaze on the middle of this room, you see a large blood red pentagram, and it's 20 foot in diameter, roughly, and a tall figure cast in a robe of red, green, white, blue, and black stands at the point of the pentagram closest to you.
That's the question
Deepen
mark.
concentration on a chant. That's the question mark.
Okay.
Yes, and at each of the other 4 points stands a child, a blank stare upon its face, not moving, and not showing any reaction to whatever is happening around them. And it seems like close to each of the childs is a kobold priest, and they do seem to have some sword daggers in hand, seemingly ready to stab, but not about to do it just now. And yeah, at the center of the pentagram, it's important to mention, stands a pedestal which is holding a large gleaming green emerald, and there are kind of faint flickering lights flowing from each child into the emerald, and from the emerald a ray of a little bit thicker shadows now flows away from the emerald and into the huge beast, which has massive wings and greenish black scales sloughing off its frame, empty eye sockets staring at you soullessly, and it seems to be feeding on the energy. But as you come up, it raises its head, looks at you, and roars. And it roars loudly. Everybody roll initiative. Once I cleared the turn order. Wait a second.
What are these red things?
These red things are cold braziers.
Braziers, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, initiative.
Just out of interest, Do I know? Actually, now I know that I don't have dragons as favorite enemy. I was wondering if I would know what this is. Or let's put it, if Turin would know what this is.
To you, it looks like a dragon with a definitely undead note to it. But what exactly, you haven't heard anything about it.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit, that guy rolled high.
Guy rolled high indeed.
Doesn't look good.
So, you see the guy in the black, green, red robes turn around and stop his chanting. But on his face, you see not anger or hate or anything, it's just mild curiosity at what this interruption might be. And you see him weave slightly complicated pattern into the air. It definitely seems more sophisticated than what all the kobold sorcerers and mages you've seen so far do. And in the blink of an eye, a few things happen. You do see him moving over to the pedestal, taking the emerald into his possession. You see him moving to the back of the corner of the room. With a flick of his fingers, there is this blue energy field surrounding him, and with a second click, it seems like there's a barrier of shimmering air appearing as well in front of him. And with a third click, his image starts to flicker. You have really trouble making him out clearly now, but he's still there, and for now, merely observing. And that's the end of his turn.
Is there still that teeter between the children and the gem and the Sarinox?
No. As soon as he stopped chanting, the flickering started to die off, and as soon as he touched the emerald and took it out of the pedestal, it vanished completely.
Oh.
How high is the drop again from this raised platform?
10 feet, roughly. You do think jumping off that 10 feet ledge would barely scratch you. And yeah, turn, it's your turn.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the outer part is like a walkway then, it's raised up.
Yes.
Okay, right.
I'm just gonna say loudly, well, enough that others can hear. Nobody's gonna have to figure this out, and gonna just pursue that the dragon, and yeah, let's go out, sharpshooter 3 times because trade ambusher. Fuck.
Wait a second. I always keep closing the windows. 19 and 21 do hit.
And
Why
you still
does
have
it-
inspiration if you need it.
It's 1d6, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm not gonna use it. I don't think it's gonna help with the 13.
So 34 damage as 2 of your arrows pierce into the form of this diseased dragon. You're not sure what it is yet.
All right. Then. Gonna go back and past the Lothian, and then while going past it, I was just gonna say, tell him like, because he hasn't seen any of this, I presume. I was just gonna say like, find the gem, and that's it.
All right, Ubruk.
Okay, so I'm gonna rage for real this time. But before I
seems
do,
like
I would like
a
I can
purposeful.
take a potion as a bonus action, right?
Yes, you can.
Ubruk is going to swig down the mystery potion.
And as you swig down the mystery potion, you don't notice much of a difference. But everybody else who would have been looking at Ubruk at that second sees him vanish. And everybody who wouldn't have been looking at him notice a sudden lack of smell.
It even hides the smell, actually.
Yes.
As the mystery potion takes effect.
Okay.
And you are invisible for now.
Gee, I didn't think that would happen. I totally did, but anyway. Okay, so he's going to do that. He's going to rage, and 40 feet is... Well, even if I didn't have 40 feet, that's going to be enough to get me up to this Kobold War Priest here. I'd be able to get within swinging range, but I'm going to get right up. And, I mean, I'm guessing he can hear me coming, right?
Actually, that depends. Are you charging with the war cry, or are you just running at him?
Just, no, not with a cry. I think he's just going to drinks the potion. No apparent effect. He's just going to run at the
He
guy.
doesn't see you coming. Actually, it's he's still focused on the child in front of him.
Okay.
Didn't really expect to be charged like that. So you do have the element of surprise.
Right, okay. We'll do the old one-handed 3 times then.
Yes,
Oh, rip.
he didn't see that coming.
Does that
As-
include your rage bonus?
Does that include the... Oh,
Doesn't
that's
look
the
like it.
wrong... Yeah, that's... I've clicked on the wrong thing there.
It will just be 6. What the fuck?
I was
it would be
gonna-
just 6 extra damage because it's +2 on edge. Wait, I don't know how much you
I
get,
mean,
actually.
I could roll these again with the correct thing, or you could figure out how much extra damage it is.
We're gonna keep the rolls. It's all right. You just well
So it would be
appear
that.
out of nowhere, slice that kobold war priest into lots of pieces,
Okay.
and he's definitely done.
How many barbarian levels do you have?
How many barbarian levels? Oh god. What's the total level? 7.
Okay, so it's still +2 damage.
So that would have been over 30 damage total.
Yeah, like I said, you hear him in so many parts. There's not too much left.
Okay.
As he dies, the child seems to wake up from a trance, but still not entirely aware of what's happening.
Okay. At this point, Ubruk gives out a massive roar, and of course they can't see anything, and this guy's just died in front of them, bloodily and messily.
And invisibility.
It breaks when you. So just mid-roar,
Okay.
you become visible again, and as you do, the head of the dragon snaps onto you right away.
Okay. So that I didn't know that about invisibility potions. I'll have to remember that for future.
But you didn't know what it was?
Yeah, it's just drink the
I mean,
thing.
it's
Why
a
not?
Mystery potion. It
as
might
far
not
as-
have been an invisibility potion after all.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as you know, nothing happened to you.
I was just extra stealthy, and the guy didn't see me coming somehow.
Yeah.
And if you
Hey,
turn?
I'm a better rogue than Turin, apparently. Anyway, that's my turn. Yeah.
All right.
Since you're in
My
a range,
arrow,
anyway.
my arrow might slipped.
The Aesir will move to this Kobold Priest and attack it with his Warhammer.
All right. Oh wait, actually. This
Actually,
time, try to remember.
I wish I could get these rolls in Valu's campaign.
Yeah, sorry, 14. Where are they actually? Close the window again. God damn it.
Somebody's planning a fireball.
and
Oh, god damn it, I set them to invisible, I thought.
was also not on the turn order list. Some stupid
That's
reason.
correct. You mind to roll again? Okay, there you are. Alright, 14 does hit, and 11 fiery damage coming his way.
Okay.
Still standing though.
No, that's the end of my turn.
Right, Geralt, you're up.
Okay. Going up the stairs so I can see stuff. That mage in the back, like he has some weird shimmering around him. Can I send?
Lots of it, yeah.
Yeah, can I send just a firebolt at him to see if it like kinda goes through and like if it misses is fine, but like want to see if it gets
Yeah, sure.
deflected on one of the spheres or stuff like that.
Oh, 25. So, you do see it starts flying and passes the first shimmering of air, but then dissipates at the blue force field.
That's annoying. Well, in that case, 2 sorcery points to quicken a fireball. And I'd like to originate it from here. That way I should be able to get the 2 priests and the dragon, but not the children.
Well, since you take aim very carefully, I think that's pretty much doable.
Okay, well then, 4th level fireball.
As a bonus action.
Yeah. So, 37 damage.
Okay,
What a
dex
lot of
save.
6s there, holy shit.
Oh, the dragon actually just fails it. So, 37.5 for the... Okay. As the kobolds are kind of shielded by the braziers, they don't take the full brunt, but the dragon definitely does.
Might be angry now. I'll pull back the stairs a bit. End of my turn.
And while the fire is annoying, it's still looking at Ubruk, weirdly enough.
I think it likes him.
I always wanted a pet bone dragon thing. Sure.
Well,
I'll call him Little Timmy.
Now that it is his turn, or its turn, later, gonna flap its, or stretch its wings a little, and then in one huge leap, land right next to you, Ubruk.
Okay. Attack of opportunity?
Coming in? No.
Okay.
Don't have ball master.
Yeah, as it goes and uses his claws and going to bite you.
Alright.
So that would be 15, 12, and 17 to hit.
17 I think hits, because I'm now up to 17.
Okay, in that case, that's 14 piercing damage and 5 poison damage, but it's halved, right?
Yes.
Piercing. So-
Everything except psychic is halved.
Oh, okay, cool. So 9 damage in total coming your way. And also, what kind of saving throw was it? Give me a second.
Constitution if it's
So
poison?
it's always that like, oh that's
Wisdom
not too
save.
bad. Until like, oh that's not too bad. Saving throw? Oh shit.
Yeah, I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw. Because as it lands next to you and it does those attacks, it seems to be
Is this a fear
Eliminating-
effect?
Sorry?
Is this going to be like a fear saving throw?
yes, it's going to be.
Because aspect of the beast bull comes into play here. So I can either add my strength or constitution modifier instead of my wisdom modifier.
Then
Don't you get
15.
something from rage as well?
Let me check.
Actually, not from rage. Go on. I'll just.
Yeah, rage doesn't. So how do I roll this if I'm using a different modifier?
Just roll it and add it manually.
Yeah.
Or, roll it and then make the math in your head.
Okay, so just roll wisdom and then add. That's going to be my strength I want to add. So it's the saving throw modifier I'm adding. Because it'd be like
Basically, instead of 14 plus 4, it's going to be 14 plus your strength.
14 plus.
Just
13.
put the thing on the chat so we can read it.
Oh, yeah, that's probably the easiest.
Yeah, we just add one of those modifiers, strength or constitution modifier. Which one is higher?
Strength by 1. So it'd be 14 plus 13?
What's the modifier?
Oh, the modifier. Looking in the wrong place. Plus 4.
No, 22.
22.
Is it instead of your wisdom modifier?
No, on double hit.
Alright, well,
Because the saving throw includes the.
Oh, yeah, I was not reading that right either. I was thinking it was instead of for some reason.
No, it says
It's on top
you
of.
make
It
your
says
wisdom
right
saving
there.
throw, and then you add your modifier. It's not that hard.
I don't know why I didn't understand that, but anyway.
it's not so easy.
It's the first time I've
Reading.
used it, to be fair.
Alright, so it is emanating this fear and frightening presence, but you do resist. It's a worthy foe, and you think you can meet it.
Indeed.
And that's the end of its turn.
I'm Ubruk the Smelly. Don't you know who I am?
First thing was, can I move like this? Off the stairs?
Yeah.
Good, then I want to move
I mean, you can just step over to it, to be honest.
like that. And the second question is Conjure Animals a point spell? So
what?
do all of the animals appear from a single point or not?
If it snakes again, Ubruk is going to come around the dragon and hit you. Just so you know.
Let's say you can place them in a reasonable area.
In a reasonable area. And then I want to know if they all come from a single point or not, or if they just appear and their original
They
positions.
appear just above the point where you have placed them.
Nah, damn it.
You're trying to get snakes
Can
to
you-
burst out of its chest or something.
No, I was going to see if it's all from a point. I was going to cast it inside of the barrier with a wizard and just fill that with giant snakes. But that plan is thwarted.
It was a nice thought.
Well, it's a nice thought, yeah. In that case, I am. Fuck, that beats my entire plan. Yeah, I'm just going to go conjure elemental. I'm going to see if I can conjure a fire elemental.
Alright.
Around here-ish. And that would delete this.
Oh, please don't let that run amok. We have children here.
So,
Oh shit. Yeah.
and with a small portal opening, which looks like a fire plane. A fire elemental steps out of it, orientates itself, and then looks up the dragon, ready to
And-
fight for you.
As my bonus action, I want to use Spirit Totem to cast Bear Spirit in, yeah, let's just say this area. At this point, so that
Okay, so-
everyone gets plus 14 temporary hit points.
Ooh.
Right.
Who?
for you.
Everybody, include me.
Well, everyone that's within 30 feet radius
Well,
of
am I?
you are.
It's creature of a choice. That's good. What did you say?
Just-
14?
Yes, well, 5 plus my druid level, so that makes 14.
Do you have to stay within this area to keep the totem?
Yes.
Oh, and we get an advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. Okay.
No, you don't need to stay within it.
You don't? Oh, that's even better then.
When it appears, you get the hit points.
Excellent.
So I'll have to remember that.
You can just add them.
And I wish I could move, but that's. But can I? No, I can't. That's in my turn.
Right. At the end of your turn, the dragon is gonna take one of his legendary actions, and it's gonna make a wing attack, and it's beating its wings. And each creature within 10 feet of the dragon must succeed on a dexterity saving throw.
Does this include the child?
This does include the child.
Okay.
Is this from 10 feet at the edge of the dragon or 10 feet from the center?
From the edge.
That includes me.
So basically, Lortian, the Elemental, Ubruk, and one child. Oh my. Okay, so yeah. Each of you takes. Did you roll for the elemental?
Yeah.
That's the one, I think.
Yes.
Oh,
It rolled.
okay.
It rolled a 1.
Tough luck. So all of you do take 12 bludgeoning damage, and you are knocked prone.
So that's going to be 6 for me.
And the dragon is now flying up 10 feet into the air, hovering just above.
I hope these kids have a lot of hit points.
Oh yeah, this one gets knocked to the ground, not moving for now.
Does the dragon leave Ubruk's range?
Yes. Attack of opportunity is possible.
With disadvantage and prone.
It'll be a wild flail as I'm being knocked over, I guess. So this will be one-handed.
Oh my.
24 does it.
Rigged.
It works better if you roll 2 natural 20, sir.
So as you flail at it, you hit it at one of its claws. For 16 slashing damage.
I trim its
9.
toenails
No,
excessively.
it's not.
Oh yeah, 9.
Well, actually,
9.
11 because rage.
This is confusing, guys. 11.
Wait, Ubruk was knocked prone or wasn't knocked prone?
I was.
Yes, Uber, Glossian, and the Fire Elemental.
Can the fire elemental and also make an attack since Ubruk made an attack?
It can, also with disadvantage.
Okay. I'm just thinking how big the fire elemental is.
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't matter in this case. 19 does hit, 8 fire damage.
Well, this is also fun because the dragon is a creature, right?
Yes, it is a creature.
What should I say there? Until the so basically, if it's a creature or flammable, it ignites. So that dragon is now a giant burning dragon.
Not sure it makes it less scary.
No, but it takes extra damage.
At the start of its turn, yeah.
By the way, check if the fire elemental can be knocked prone.
That's literally the action question I was googling.
I mean,
look at the stats of it.
in this case, it doesn't make a difference, but it would be good to know.
Well, it does.
It's 19 either way.
Oh, yeah, it's immune to being prone.
In that case, it's not prone.
And exactly the same thing happens. It still gets hit, still takes 5
Yeah,
damage.
but for
Yes.
feature, it makes a difference.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it will for the next turn, yeah.
End of your turn?
Well, I already end my turn when you made that legendary attack, so yes.
Oh, Gothic.
Yes.
Saving the child or killing the beast?
How hurt does this dragon look? It's 10 feet in the air anyway, isn't it?
Yes. You already chunked it down a bit, but it doesn't seem weak yet. I don't know, it's hard to judge since it's not a proper dragon anymore.
Yeah, Gorthak's just gonna run up to this war priest here and attack him with the Dragon Slayer sword with a two-handed attack, since he's seen the dragon and he's already had it with him.
Alright, go for it. Yep, 16 does it.
It's a Dragon Slayer sword. Why are you not attacking the dragon?
Who
A
cares
good
about the
slash
kids
across
anyway?
his chest, but he's still standing. And smiling at you.
I also have another attack. Take another attack
Yes.
again.
Yeah, it does hit. Just what you needed to finish him off. And as another kobold priest falls to you, the second child also starts to come to its senses again. It does look very, very scared.
I'd like to use action surge.
Yeah.
Cast Armor of Agathis on myself again.
On who?
On myself.
Oh, okay.
19 temporary.
Didn't you cast it less than an hour ago?
Yeah,
Yes.
but I got attacked and
No, never mind. I didn't know.
I did forget to mention it when that hunting drake attacked me. Should have taken 5 frost damage.
And if you don't,
Yes, I can't move anymore.
Right. So, kobold priests. Yes. Those guys do actually start chanting in Draconic in a roughly synchronized manner. And you do see the dragon straightening up and you see some of the gashes that you put into its hide starting to close up again. Seems like they just started healing it up a little bit. But that's the end of their turn. The mage is still looking at what's going to happen. He looks curious in Geralt's direction since he tried probing him. But since he vanished out of sight again, he doesn't start probing back. And the end of his turn.
The fire... can actually the fire elemental reach him?
How big is it?
Huge.
Oh.
Huge. Then I think it definitely has enough reach, yeah.
Okay, then it's going to make it's going to try to touch the dragon again. Inappropriately.
Oh, you can touch this.
Could we do a break soonish, by the way?
If you want, you can take a break, yeah?
I know it's a bit awkward in the middle of a fight, but...
Okay, what do you say? We do it till the dragon's turn and then take the break?
Sure.
Right. So you do touch the dragon inappropriately, and it does hurt.
Excellent. And that's the end of the fire elemental's turn.
Okay. Durin, you did hear some chanting, you did hear some roars.
How clear is that the children are out of their stupor or whatever they were, charm?
Are they actually like tied up? Are they trying to get away? What's happening with the kids?
The ones that still have the kobold priests next to them, they are still totally oblivious to what's happening. This one got knocked prone by the dragon's wing attack, and it's totally lying on the floor prone. You don't know whether it's dead or alive. And this one is looking really, really afraid of what's happening, but so far has not moved.
But I can tell that he's out of his charm or whatever he was under.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. In that case, before I forget, as a bonus action, Hunter's Mark on the Custom Mark priest, wizard, sorcerer thing.
Alright.
The magic jerk.
And then shoot the northeastern kobold.
Alright, go for it.
Oh my god, never mind.
Do you want me to
As you
lend you
shoot
some
those
dice
two
rolls?
arrows, they overshoot the kobold war priest, and they start flying towards the mage, and they hit the shimmering wall of air and kind of stick into it, being held there by whatever magical force is creating it.
I'm gonna hold up my hand and point at the kobold priest and then shrug and go away.
Alright. Ubruk.
Now, glancing over at the child, can I see... Are they breathing? Are they making any attempt to get up? Are they clearly unconscious?
The one that's on the floor is unconscious, and you do think you see a feeble rise of his chest every once in a while.
If I feed him a potion, that's going to be my action, isn't it?
Yes it is.
But I shall do it anyway, because I'm not a total bastard. So I'm going to feed this kid a greater healing potion.
A greater one, okay.
That's all I've got. I've got one greater and one superior left after doing this.
44 plus 4.
Shall I roll for it? Or does it not matter?
Well, you can roll for it, you cannot roll for it. It doesn't matter. It's full HP again, basically.
Okay.
He comes back to consciousness with the sport, looking up at you.
I slap him a little bit lightly on the cheek and kind of motion back to the exit and say, "Get the hell out of here, kid!"
It nods its head and tries to comply.
I don't think I can do much else. Don't have an action surge left. Can I say I ready in action to shield the kid if it looks like the dragon's going to attack it?
Yes, you can.
Okay, that's my turn.
Alright, and with that, we're gonna take a quick 15-minute break.
Just one really quick question point. You were still raging, right?
Oh, yes.
Because I'm trying to imagine how you feeding a potion and trying the kid to run away to the door.
Yeah, I know.
While you're raging
that's a good point. My rage is now gone. So, good guy Ubruk doing the right thing. Might not necessarily be the smart thing, but...
Hang on.
You took damage last turn, right?
Yeah.
Should be alright.
I took damage... is this... Well...
Yeah,
it's a turn without having done damage or taken damage, though, isn't it?
it ends if blah blah blah. If your turn ends and you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn or taken damage since then. You have taken damage since your last turn, so it's still on.
Ah, okay, right. I kind of misunderstood how that worked. So as long as I take...
So your next turn, if you don't take damage or do damage, you lose.
Okay.
Or attack.
Or attack.
All right.
But that still makes my point. I'm trying to imagine, you know, Ubruk standing there feeding while being very, very angry a potion to that kid and telling him to get the fuck out of here. Poor kid.
Almost as good as rage looting.
Rage healing.
Like you just stuck the ball in his mouth, break a couple teeth off.
Rage healing's a thing,
I
right?
guess. I mean, if it's young enough, the teeth will grow back. So
Well, that's my next
It's not
character
that
then.
cool.
Half barbarian, half healer.
And bear it back quickly.
Yeah, same.